So leaks came out that a new Nintendo Switch 2 model is supposed to be coming out and it's supposed to be an OLED model, which I gotta say, I think a lot of people wouldn't be surprised about this because they did this with the Switch 1 and I think we all expected them to do this with the Switch 2, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. But what's up, you guys? Shade here with some more gaming news right here on this channel. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So an article was posted on AndroidAuthority.com, and they got other places that posted this and all as well talking about it, because this is actually some big news. So Nintendo is reportedly evaluating a future Switch 2 model featuring a 19x20 1080 FHD rigged OLED panel supplied by Samsung Display. If greenlit, development will begin at the end of this year, targeting mass production for late 2027 or early 2028 to extend the console's life cycle. The upgrade is not guaranteed due to a stark price gap between LCD and OLED panels, compounded by skyrocketing semiconductor and memory costs. Yes, because if you did not know, like a lot of computer components is going up in price, especially RAM. Like there's a RAM shortage thing that was going on that I'm sure y'all heard about at some point, but it's causing stuff to get more expensive because a lot of RAM was being bought up by like different AI companies and stuff like that, to where it was causing the price of different game systems and different devices to go up in price because there's a shortage, because it's being bought up like crazy. Which honestly, I'm kind of surprised to be hearing about OLED model right now. I really thought they were gonna go with like a Switch Mini, like a Switch 2 Mini, like they did with the Switch 1, because the Switch 2 is expensive if you ask different people about the pricing of this system and other systems as well, because the price is going up, it's not going down. Even the Switch 1 went up in price, but I was thinking that maybe they might do a Switch 2 Mini, so that way they could have a cheaper version of the Switch 2. But in OLED, I'm not surprised that they're doing one. I just thought that a Mini would come out first. But I could definitely see like a Switch OLED, like this thing might actually be like up towards a Switch 2 OLED. It could be up towards like $600. Like I ain't gonna lie, you know, it'd be kind of pricey, you know. Now I could definitely see why they said production could start late 2027 or early 2028, because around that time, you know, next year you have the new Pokemon Winning Waves game coming out, and then you got, according to leaks, you have the new Mario game that's supposed to be coming out. So them having a new Switch model coming out with those games and other games that be out by then would kind of make sense to drive people to want to get the OLED system to play those newer games, and also the Ocarina of Time game that's coming out this year and all as well too. So it'll give people reason to get it by then. But honestly, I really do feel like we'll need more of a Switch Mini than a Switch OLED because of pricing, because they really do got people that feel like they're being priced out of the market when it comes to gaming, because gaming is just getting more and more expensive. Like this is the first generation that I could really say that I see everything just going up in price, rather if it's accessories, the game system itself, games, like just going up in price. Because before, with generations, when you had old systems that came out, they would go down in price. Like I mentioned earlier, the Switch 1, it went up in price. Now you're gonna come out with another OLED model, which is not going to help with the price. They're going to be more expensive, which I really feel like a Switch Mini would make more sense before this come out. Like it'll be cool. This is something that a lot of people want to get, even including myself. Like I'm not going to lie, like something like a Switch 2 OLED would be really nice. But at the same time, everybody not gonna be able to afford this. And another thing too, at least with the OLED version, it looks like you're gonna have a replaceable battery, because a Switch 2 with a replaceable battery is supposed to be coming this autumn, because Nintendo ran into a situation with another country to where you have to have the right to repair. And the way they make these devices these days, they make it to where you cannot take the battery out, which is absolutely ridiculous if you ask me. I hate that, because I still remember the days when you was able to take the battery out of your phone and different devices or whatever it may be, your laptop, whatever, and you was able to fix it yourself. But for some reason, well, I ain't gonna say for some reason, I know why. Money. Because they want you to send it to the company itself, so that way they can fix it and charge you more money for it, instead of you buying a cheap battery for it or whatever and fixing it yourself. Honestly, that's one of the worst things that happen in the tech industry, in my opinion, because everyone should be able to fix their own devices if you know what you're doing. But I gotta say, when it comes to this leak right here with the new Nintendo model, I gotta say, not surprised. You know, an OLED would be cool, but at the same time, that price, you know, that price of however much it's gonna cost is gonna be an issue for some people, because everybody not gonna be able to afford it. But you guys, I really want to hear your thoughts. Do you plan on getting the Switch 2 OLED model if it comes out? If not, tell me why. Do you have a Switch 2? Or if they drop a Switch Mini or Switch Lite. I know I was calling it a Mini, but Mini just sounds better than a Lite to me, in my opinion. But if they made a Switch Lite, would you actually get one? I want to hear your thoughts on that. But thank you guys for watching. If you want some more quick gaming news, hit the subscribe button and follow your boy.